All right. For tonight, we're going to be switching up the game just a little bit. We're going to be doing some joint mobilization, joint mobility, some stretching, and everything. The whole rule of the game tonight is going to be, how can I do this with as little muscle energy as possible? Is there a way to make this movement without gripping anything, just allowing the movement to happen without trying to make things happen? So no equipment is needed tonight. You're going to come down on your mat, on your back. And I know we usually start on a foam roll. If you like that start, that's fine, but at some point you're going to want it gone. You're going to bring your hands down by your sides, lay those arms flat on the mat, palms down, and just kind of notice what's hitting the mat, what's not. From there, we're going to slide one leg down and the other leg down. You're going to go ahead, close your eyes here. Just take some nice deep breaths. Settling into that mat. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Now, what you're going to do is do one of those little infrared maps of your back, where the back of the body is hitting the mat. So the places where you feel like you've got the most pressure, those places are going to be red. The places maybe where there's not as much pressure, those are going to be orange to yellow, then to green, and then finally blue, purple, and any place where you know it's not hitting the mat is black. And you're looking for just different ways of how the spine from one side to the other is on that mat. So we're going to start at our heels. What kind of pressure do you feel into your heels? And there's no right or wrong answer here. I just want you to make a map of what is happening there. And then what about the backs of your calves? And then notice, do you feel like one leg is turned out more than the other? Go to the backs of your thighs. Are the backs of your thighs touching the mat? Again, no right or wrong, just what is happening. And for instance, I feel a little bit more of the back of my right thigh touching the mat and less of the left. So I would give the back of my right thigh a blue on my mat, and the back of my left thigh, I would give it a black. Now it's very possible that the back of that left thigh is touching the mat, but I can't tell. So that's another reason to coat it black on your body mat. Coming up to the backs of your hips, your lumbar spine. What about the back of your lower ribs? Can you feel them touching the mat? The backs of your shoulders, the back of your neck. Go ahead and go down the arms. Are your arms different from side to side in how they're sitting on the mat? And then finally, the back of your head. You're going to take one more deep inhale. Just make an imprint on your brain of what you feel happening back there, so that when we get to the end of class, we're going to retest, do the same thing, and see what we feel then. So from here, with as little muscle energy as possible, you're going to slide your heel along the mat to bring the knee pointing straight to the ceiling. From here, again, as little muscle energy as possible, lay that knee open to the side and slide that leg back down. And slide it up to the center. Lay it out to the side. Slide it back down. How much muscle energy can you let go of? And then slide it up, pointing straight to the ceiling. Lay it out to the side. Slide it all the way back down. What we're trying to do is to get the body, get the brain to reconnect to that body a little bit different. We're going to do the same thing with the left leg. So slide that heel up. Open it out to the side. Slide it back down. And slide it up. Open it to the side. Slide it back out. And one more time, slide it up. Open it out to the side. Slide it back down. Separate your feet a little bit more, about mat width. Bring your knee towards the other knee. So you're turning it in just a little bit, and you're going to slide that knee up. Point it to the ceiling and slide it down. Actually, let's reverse that circle. I don't like that circle. I'm doing it that way. So keep the foot out to the side. Slide it up, pointing the knee to the ceiling. Drop the knee to the middle. Slide it back down. Again, as little muscle energy as possible. And last one, slide it up. Knee rolls to the center. Slide it back down. Start to notice where else do you feel any tension as we're doing this. So as we do the left leg coming up straight to the ceiling, check in with your right shoulder. Roll the knee in, slide it back out. Check in with your jaw muscle, your neck muscles, and how much can you let go of there, and slide it up. We're literally just moving our femur bone. That's all we're doing. Roll it in and slide it back down. And bring those feet back together where you started and check your body map. Did anything change? So we're going to slide the right foot up to stand, and then we're going to slide the left leg up to stand. From here, you're going to inhale, and I want you to fill your pelvis with the air that comes in. So you're going to inhale, let that air come into your belly, into the pelvis, let the pelvic floor relax, and then exhale. Just a gentle exhale, sinking the front of the body heavy onto your back. And inhale into your belly. That air comes in and stretches your pelvic floor. And now gently exhale, just letting the front of the body sink onto your back. And let's go ahead and turn our palms up to the ceiling. Notice what that does. You can take your arms a little far, your hands a little bit further away from you, maybe about a 45-degree angle. Notice what that does to your shoulders. That allow a little more relaxation. And inhale into that pelvis. Letting the inhale really open up the sits bones. And then a gentle exhale, letting the front of the body relax onto the back. One more time, inhale into that pelvic floor. You should feel your pelvis just kind of open up a little bit. And then exhale, let the back hang heavy onto the mat. Let's bring our hands close to our thighs. Palms are facing your thighs. You're going to inhale. And use that inhale to allow the arms to float up to the ceiling. And then exhale, let them float over your head. Inhale, let them float up over your chest. Exhale, let them come down by your hips, not all the way to the floor. Inhale over your chest. Again, as little muscle energy as possible, and exhale over your forehead. Think of allowing the back to hang heavy on the mat. Inhale over your chest. Exhale down by the hip. Inhale over your chest. Exhale over your forehead. Inhale over your chest. Now, what we're going to do, I want you to bring your right hand to your left hip and your left hand to your right hip. Now turn your thumbs down. Yeah? Now we're going to turn our thumbs up to the ceiling and open that X back out up over our forehead into a nice V over the forehead. And exhale, turn your thumbs down and cross the hands across the pelvis. As little muscle energy as possible. So you get to a certain point where your chest kind of gets in the way. You're just going to stop the movement right there. And then inhale, turn the thumbs up to the ceiling to allow the arms to come back out into that V over your head. And exhale, the arms come back down into that crisscross, thumbs down. Thumbs up, uncrossed over the forehead. And thumbs down, exhale to cross back down. And thumbs up. You're going to leave your bottom arm where it's at. Take your top arm up. Let's leave that bottom arm thumbs down. So the bottom arm is thumbs down and across the body. The top arm is thumbs to the floor. Yes? Now, switch the hands. So one arm goes thumbs up, other arm goes thumbs down, and switch. One arm goes up over your head, the other one crisscrosses across the body. Switch the thumbs and bring it across. Is everybody getting that? And switch the thumbs and switch the arms, as little muscle energy as possible. Last one, switch the thumbs, switch the arms, and bring those arms back down by your sides. Palms up to the ceiling here. Actually, let's do the palms down. Let's go back to our body mat position. Slide your right leg down. Slide your left leg down. Check in with what's different. And we're going to slide the right leg up. Slide the left leg up. Let's turn those palms back up to the ceiling, that 45-degree angle from the hips, so your arms are nice and rested out to the side. Backs of the hands are on the floor. From here, let's go to those femur arcs. So as little muscle energy as possible, just literally moving the femur bone on that bowl of the pelvis. The pelvis just stays anchored down into the floor. We bring that right knee up. Lower it back down. Only bring it as close to you as you can. Left knee up and back down. That it doesn't change your pelvis. Right knee up, back down. How much can you let go of? I'm finding a lot of tension in my neck, so I'm going to focus there and see if I can just think of hanging heavy into the floor in my rib cage, hanging heavy in the floor at the back of my neck, and right knee up. Check in with your jaw. Take your gaze towards your knees, and I think you'll find a little bit of a difference. Back down. And actually, just for kicks and giggles, lift your eyes up to your eyebrows and try it there versus looking down to your knees and working there. Much, much easier with the eyes down towards your chin. And back down. So a little extra. Sharon, you're going to stay with that one right there. Let's bring your right knee to your chest and your left knee to your chest. Let's place the backs or the palms back on the floor beside your hips. Anchor the backs of your shoulders so that that posterior deltoid, anchor it down on the floor. And from here, inhale. Exhale, anchor the rib cage down, anchor the lumbar spine down, and bring your legs into that double chair sit here. So think of hanging heavy. How much can you let go of and still have that back anchored down into the mat? And right here, let's press the right thigh. Right thigh bone is going to press towards the floor to move that leg away. Bring it back up. Left thigh bone presses into the thigh muscle. Bring it back up. Right thigh presses away. Bring it back up. Left thigh presses away. Bring it back up. Right thigh. How much energy can you let go of? Check in with your neck. Check in with your jaw. Your eyes are just gazing down towards your chin or towards your knees. Left thigh and back up. And let's place the right foot down, left foot down. And check in with your body mat. Actually, we didn't slide our legs all the way down. We're not going to do that quite yet. Let's go ahead and do our bent knee opening. We're going to drop your right knee out to the side. How much can you let go of and still make that movement happen? Bring it back up. Left thigh goes out, left knee goes out to the side. Bring it back up. Right knee goes out to the side. Bring it back up. And the left knee goes out to the side. Bring it back up. Now we're going to coordinate some breathing with it. You're going to inhale. Let that air come into your pelvis. So you inhale to let it go out. And then exhale, not a forceful exhale, just exhale to let it come back up. Inhale, take that left leg out to the side. Exhale to bring it back up. Again, you're using as little muscle energy as possible. Inhale to take it out. Let that inhale come straight into that pelvic floor. Exhale to bring it back up. Inhale to take it out to the side. And exhale to bring it back up. All right. Sharon, you're going to stay right with that one. Bring your right knee, everyone else, bring your right knee to your chest, your left knee to your chest. Anchor that rib cage down. Just let it hang heavy. Those legs, draw those legs into your double chair sit. Pelvis is heavy, rib cage is heavy. Relax your sternum down. Take your right knee out to the side. Inhale. And exhale, bring it back up. Check in with your neck. Inhale to take it out to the side. Exhale to bring it back up. Inhale, take it out to the side. And exhale to bring it back up. Inhale, take it out to the side. Exhale to take it back up. Drop your right foot to the mat, your left foot to the mat, and just rest. Let's go ahead and again slide your right leg down. Slide your left leg down. Check out that body mat. Holy smokes! Anybody else notice a huge difference?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, right foot comes back to stand. Left foot comes back to stand. Let's bring your feet mat width apart. You're going to draw your right knee across the body and drop it into the center. You can let your right hip roll up. And you're going to inhale to bring it back to stand. Into that pelvic floor. Exhale to let the left knee come to the center. Let that left hip roll up. We're working a little internal rotation on the hip joint here. And inhale to take it back up. Exhale as little muscle energy as possible to roll that knee in. Let the right hip roll up if it needs to. And then inhale into the pelvic floor to bring that leg back up. And exhale to drop the left knee in. Inhale into the pelvic floor. So let that inhale cause the pelvic floor to stretch and relax. One more time, right and left. And exhale, bring the right knee in. Let that right hip roll up. Inhale to bring it back up. And exhale, left knee in. Let that left hip roll up. Inhale to bring it back to stand. Walk those feet back to center. From here, go ahead and place your right hand on your left shoulder. Leaving your head looking to the ceiling, I want you to use your right arm to lift your left shoulder up off of the mat. Let it roll back down. And you just have to bring it a couple of inches. And right arm brings that left shoulder up. Inhale to let it go. Exhale, bring that that left shoulder up off of the mat. You're using your arm. You don't want to use your back muscles here. You don't want to use your belly muscles. You just want to use that right arm. Right arm pulls that shoulder up off of the mat. And it rolls back down. Now, this time, we're going to turn the head to the left as we lift the shoulder up. So the right arm lifts the left shoulder and your head turns to the left. And let everything center. And right arm lifts that shoulder as you turn the head to the left. Let it roll back down. This time, the head's going to turn to the right as you lift the left shoulder. So the right arm pulls the shoulder around as you turn your head to the right. And let everything roll back to center. Again, as little muscle energy as possible. And lift that right shoulder. Let the head turn to the right. Roll it back down. We're going to do one more. Which one of these was the easiest? Turn your head to the right as you lift that left shoulder up. Roll it back down and replace that arm down. Notice what happened to your body mat. Anybody else feel a little crooked? Mm-hmm. Left hand on the right shoulder. Leaving your head to look at the ceiling. Use that left arm, pulls the shoulder up. Let it come back down. As little muscle energy as possible. As soon as it gets hard to do, you just stop the movement. And lift that shoulder up. Mine's moving maybe about 1 inch to 2 inches. And back down. And bring it up using that left arm. Let it roll back down. Turning the head to the right. Lift that left shoulder. Use that left arm. Turn the head to the right. And let everything center. And left arm pulls while the head goes to the right. And that one's the hardest, yes?
Yes.
And one more. Lift as you turn the head to the right, sorry. Come back to center. And turn your head to the left as your arm pulls the shoulder. Let it all roll back to center. Is this side easier or harder than the other side? Let that left arm pull. Turn your head to the left. Back to center. One more time. Left arm pulls, turn the head to the right, and roll it back to center. And let everything rest. All right, here, hands down by your sides. Let's slide the right leg down, left leg down. Check your body mat. And slide the right leg up, slide the left leg up. This time you're going to take your right hand and place it on your forehead. Just the palm of the hand is on the forehead. You're going to use your arm to turn your head to the right. Just your arm. Your head goes along for the ride. Now use that right hand to push your head back to center. How little muscle energy can you let go of in that neck? You're using only your arm to turn that head to the right, turn it back up to center. And switch hands. Left palm on your forehead. Using that left arm, turn your head to the left. Turn your head back to center. Turn your head to the left. As far as is easy for you to go, bring it back up to center. One more time. Turn it to the left and bring it back to center. Bring that hand back down, palms down. From here, let's go ahead and just slide your left leg all the way down. Your right foot's going to stay standing. From here, we're going to windshield wiper our right knee across and out to the side. I want you to pay attention at this point to how smooth is that movement. Are there little glitches in the movement along the way? And then you're also looking at where does it seem to get hard to move? And I want you to stop before the movement becomes hard. So you're just literally letting go of any muscle energy that you don't need. All you're doing is just windshield wipering that knee side to side. So check in with your jaw, check in with your neck, check in with your back muscles. And bring it back to stand. Slide the left foot up, slide the right leg down. Same thing here. And bring that knee across and out to the side. And up and across and out to the side. And you're just thinking about the quality of that movement. And last one, out to the side and bring it up to stand. Slide your right foot up, slide your left foot down. We're going to go into something called a pelvic plunk here. So from here, you're going to put small amount of weight into your right foot. How little muscle energy can you use to pick that right hip up and let it roll back down? Now make sure you're actually rolling to your side. So as you pick that right hip up, the left hip stays down on the floor. And it's a small little rotation there. So you press into that foot, roll the pelvis slightly to the left as that right hip comes up. And back down. And small movement. Inhale as you go up. And gently exhale as you come back down. Check in with your neck on this next one. Check in with your shoulders. Check in with your hands, your ribs. What else can you let go of? This time we're going to pick it up, hold for just a moment, and then you're going to let gravity just have it, and you're going to let it plop down to the floor. That's why it's called pelvic plunk. Press into that right foot. Let the right hip roll up as you roll left. A little rotation there. Let it drop to the floor. And press into the foot. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. Into that pelvic floor, letting that pelvic floor relax, and let it plunk. Slide your left leg up. Slide your right leg down. Same thing on this side. So now we press into the left foot. Just about a pound of pressure, so it's not much. I mean, literally the weight of a soup can. That's how much pressure you're putting into it. And letting that left hip roll up. Keep your right hip down and just let your body roll slightly to the right. And then let it come back down. Inhale into that pelvic floor as you press into the foot to let it roll up. Check in with your arms, your hands. What's different about doing this side than the other side? And inhale into that pelvic floor. And let it come back down. Last one, like that. Inhale. Check in with your other hip. My other hip's trying to do the work. Let that right hip just sink into the floor. It's not necessary. And let it roll back down. This time, inhale to come up. And let it plunk down to the floor. Really just let gravity have it. And inhale as you go up. Rolling that pelvis onto the right hip. And let it plunk. Inhale into the pelvic floor. And exhale, let it plunk. Now bring your right foot back up to stand. Let your left foot come back down. I'm going to windshield wiper that right knee again, and I want you to check in with the quality of the motion and see if it's changed. So we bring that leg across and then open it out to the side. Again, very little muscle energy, only what you have to bring it to stand. Bring it across the body and take it out to the side. Inhale to bring it to stand. So we're going to take a little different breath here and exhale to let it go out. Slide that leg all the way down. Bring your left foot to stand. And bring it across the body. Inhale to let it go out to the side. Exhale to let it come back up. And inhale to let it go out. And exhale to let it come back up. Inhale to take it out. And exhale to bring it back up. Let's bring both legs up to stand. And as little muscle energy as possible. We're going to do our pelvic block work, but what I want you to pretend is that you've got a quarter on the bottom of your sacrum. And you can only take that pelvic clock to the border of your quarter. And you're going to do it with as little muscle energy as possible. So really anchor everything down. Just let I say anchor. I want you to hang heavy into the mat here. And from here, your sacrum moves to the top of your quarter, to the bottom of your quarter. So you're literally only moving an inch to the top of your quarter. How much muscle can you let go of? To the bottom of your quarter. Inhaling into that pelvic floor, letting it relax, top of the quarter, bottom of the quarter, top of the quarter, bottom of the quarter. And then just let the feet hang heavy onto the floor. Relax that pelvis. A couple of deep inhales into the pelvis, really letting go of all of the muscles that you don't need to just let those feet stand right where they're at. Inhale. And exhale. Keep that relaxed pelvis, and one more time. As little muscle energy as possible. Top of the quarter. Bottom of the quarter. Keep that pelvis nice and relaxed. You need almost no muscle whatsoever to make that movement happen. I want you to really focus on those pelvic floor muscles, that they are very relaxed. You need to do a deep inhale into them, letting them just stretch and relax. And bottom of the quarter, come back to center. Let's go to the right side of the quarter, to the left side of the quarter. As little muscle energy as possible. Relaxing all of those leg muscles, only what you need to make that little tiny movement happen. Rock to the right side of your quarter, to the left side. Rest everything, hang heavy into your mat. Slide your right leg down, slide your left leg down, and check your body mat. And slide your right leg back up, slide your left leg up. We're going to bring our right knee up towards the chest, and you're going to interlace your hands and grab at the top of your knee. Slide your hands down your shin, pulling the skin towards your foot. And now bring that knee towards the center of your chest. And slide your left leg all the way down. And I want you to think of sinking the left thigh bone down into your hamstring muscle, so that you're sinking that thigh bone into the back of that leg. And let's do a little femur, a little arc here. You're going to bring your right knee to your right armpit, and then bring it across your body to your left armpit, to your right armpit, and you can place a hand on your knee now if you need to. Bring it across, and to your armpit, and bring it across, and to your armpit, bring it across, and place that foot back down. Bring your left foot to stand. Bring your left knee to your chest. Interlace those fingers. Here, slide down to the middle of your shin, pulling that skin towards your foot. Now arc that femur bone up and to the center of your chest, and slide your right leg down. Sink the thigh bone down into the posterior thigh, and just hold there. Some nice deep inhales, and a little arc of motion here from one armpit, so the knee goes to the left armpit, to the right armpit, left armpit, right armpit, left, and right. Bring it back to center. Slide your right leg back up. Bring your left leg down. Right, so from here, let's roll to your left side. And you're going to make a little pillow for your arm, or whatever's most comfortable for you. Your knees are going to be bent fairly close to your chest. Now, some people need to bring their arm up. You can bring it out to the front, whatever is most comfortable for you as we go through this. You're going to reach your right arm out in front of you and place that hand on the floor. You are going to rotate towards the floor like you're trying to put your chest flat on the floor in front of you. And slide that hand back to stack your shoulders. And reach it forward. Stack it back up. One more time. Reach it forward. Stack it back up. From here, reach your hand up to the ceiling. I want you to pretend that you've got a rope hanging from the ceiling that you can hang on to. That rope's not going to move. You can pull it straight down, but you can't pull it out to the side, okay? From here, you're going to roll your right shoulder back, leaving that arm up to the ceiling. Only go as far as you can comfortably, and then reach the hand back up to the ceiling to return. And roll that right shoulder back like you're trying to put the back of both shoulders onto the mat. Reach your right arm back up to bring it back up. And open, chest opens to the ceiling. And reach it back up. You should be able to go a little further each time. And roll it back. Reach it back up. You're going to roll it back. Right here, you're going to open that arm out to the side and look at it. Do not take your hand behind your shoulder. So your hand should not be closer to the floor than the back of your right shoulder is. And we're just going to do some nice deep inhales here. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And one more inhale. And exhale. Bring that arm back up and stack your shoulders and bring that arm down. Place both hands on the floor. So this arm here and hand here. Our goal is going to be to get both elbows down. But from here, what we're going to do is just bring it into it and back out. Rotate into that, like you're trying to put your chest down, back out of it. And try and get that chest down, back out of it. As things begin to loosen up in that spine, you can begin to try and place your forehead on your hands and both elbows down. Some people will need to open out the top leg, but as much as you can, keep those knees towards your chest. And we're going to inhale here and exhale. And inhale and exhale. If you're fairly comfortable there, just rock the forehead back and forth. So this is where that, open out that top hip, Sharon. It's going to help release what I know is going on in the front of your left hip.
Like that?
No, like this. Yeah, just slide it a little further away. Is that better?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, rock your forehead back and forth on your hands here. And unwind that. Come up to seated. And we're going to go to the other side. How's everybody feeling? Good. If we go a few minutes over time, is everybody okay with that? Okay. So your knees are into your chest. You make a pillow for your head with your hand or with your arm, or you can reach it out to the front. You good, Sharon? You getting me? We're going to finish up with some Z-sit stuff, and that'll solve that. All right. Reach your left arm out to the front. And you can reach that left leg out again, Sharon, if you need to. There you go. And reach that top arm out to the front of you. And then roll your shoulders back up to stack them up. And roll it to the front. Just slide it along the floor, Sharon. Just slide it forward. Put your hand on the floor. Slide. And slide it back. And slide it forward. And slide it back. And slide it forward. And slide it back. And go ahead and reach that hand up to the ceiling. Act like you're grabbing that rope. Okay, you're another one that I want you to do this with intolerance. Don't push past what you're able to do. So as soon as you feel any kind of restriction, you're going to go up to the restriction and back off of it, up to the restriction and back off of it. Don't try and press all the way through it.
Okay.
From here, let that left shoulder fall back towards the floor, and you're looking up to your hand. But you're trying to get the back of the left shoulder all the way down and reach that hand back up to bring you back up. And the back of the left shoulder, so you're opening your chest. Sharon, keep your hand up to the ceiling. You're just moving your spine.
Oh.
Rotate the spine. And now up to the ceiling. And rotate that shoulder back to the floor. And reach back up. Now the movement.
Oh.
Plonk, plonk. It's not painful, right? Oh, it's just an spine. Okay. We're getting some mobility that needed to happen. Good. Now go ahead and open that up. So now you've got that arm is going to open, so your chest is facing the ceiling, knees are into the chest, and you bring that arm back. Your hand, the back of that hand is not closer to the floor than the back of your left shoulder, and we'll do some inhales here. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Look back at that left hand. And inhale. And exhale. Bring that arm back up. Stack the shoulders. And bring that hand around. And from here, let's come back onto our elbows. Your knees are still right where they're at, right where they've been. That whole forearm, back forearm is on the mat. Your hand's going to join it here. From here, try and get the other elbow down and back off of it. Try and rotate to get the other elbow down and back off of it. And rotate down and around. Back off of it. And rotate down and around. Back off of it. Now right here, I want you to take a deep inhale. Relax everything, and then keep it relaxed as you rotate. See if you can put your forehead on your hands and your chest on the floor. And we'll inhale here. And exhale. Rotate that forehead side to side. Just let it rock on your hands here. Nice and gentle. Nice big inhale, exhale. As you inhale, let that pelvic floor relax. How much can you let go of here? And we'll come back to our side, and then go ahead and come to sitting. How's everybody feeling?
Good.
All right, we're going to do one more. Actually, two more. Let's go ahead and come to a nice wide knee sit here. Ooh, look at everybody. It's easier to sit taller. No, this is like so much better.
I know.
So much better than what I'm used to seeing. So I think it's all the work that we just did. All right. So right here, just reach forward, nice and gentle. Act like you're trying to put your belly button on the floor. Sorry, Jen. But this is better too. Everybody's is better. We must have
Sure
turned off,
is.
we must have turned off a massive amount of neural tension and guarding. And inhale into that pelvis.
Yeah, I've never been able to go down this far.
And exhale. And inhale into that pelvic floor, Sharon. Let it relax. Let the pelvic, everybody knows what those pelvic floor muscles are, right? It's like the bottom of your can. All right, this is your can. Here's the sides of the can. We've got the bottom of the can. We've got the top of the can. All right. So you're trying to breathe into the bottom of the can and let it expand. And stretch and relax. Good. Come back up. Bring the feet in. Nice and wide right here. You're going to drop your left knee in, your right knee out, and let that pelvis come up. Our goal is to try and leave our feet right where they're at. This is good. And other side. Plunk. And back. And now I'm plunking. And switch. And back. Good job, Kay. I love it. You called it right, girl. Last set this way. And change. Good. Now, open those knees out a lot wider than that. No, feet. Sorry, feet wider. See, my feet are very wide.
I know yours are.
Take them out wider. Take them out wide. There you go. There you go. Bend the knees up. That'll help. Now, because now, if my feet were here, there's no way I could go into what I'm about to go into. So I'm going to go here. Pull that back. And come up. And now go back. Other knee goes down.
So if we feel a pull, do we stop?
Pull where? Yes. Yeah. Just mobilize into it and switch. And
So just do until
Yeah. yeah. So what I want you to do, Sharon, if you take it out a little bit further, there you go. Now, as you're going this way, kind of think of opening that out this way and let that come forward. Now come up.
Oh.
Yeah. That
I've
felt
never
better.
done it that way.
That felt better.
Yeah,
I'm only having you do it that way to get past that.
okay.
And now open out. Woo!
Why didn't you tell me to open up my legs wide?
And one more. And back.
You know, I'm not sure our generation of people ever relaxed.
I don't think they did either.
I'm really serious.
So nice and tall here, just place the hands on, actually, you know what? No, we're gonna come back down and we're gonna check our body map again. So you're gonna come all the way back down. Last thing, stretch those legs out. Wow. Think heavy into the floor. Inhale. And exhale. And rest. All done, guys.
Thank you, Robin. Never really got to the floor.
Huh?
I said my thighs here never really got
That's
to
okay.
the floor.
That's okay.
And my neck never got to.
Yeah, and your neck's not going to. You don't want it to.
Okay.
You don't want to lose all of that curve.
All right.
All right,
Thanks,
Kay, how
Robin.
did you?
See you Wednesday.
Okay. All
Bye.
right. Good
Thank
night.
you. Great class. Bye.
Good. Bye. Sissy, how you doing?
Good. Whoop. I always press that too fast. I'm good. All right. We'll see you Monday.